Hello everyone. Today we will start the properties of determinant, which is a very important topic in your 12th class and of this chapter also. The weightage of the you will see a 4-mark question in your board exam from this exercise. So let's start. The first property of determinant is if the rows are changed into columns or columns into rows, the value of determinant remains unchanged. That means what? Suppose this is any determinant whose value is coming 5. Fine. If you will make this row column and this row column, this column row into this row into column, means 2, 3, 1 is the first row and second row, third row. We are converting these rows into columns like this: 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 4. So here we are interchanging the rows into columns. Then the value of your determinant will remain unchanged. So here when you will solve this determinant, you will get this value 5. And when you will solve this determinant, you will get the same value. So this is the first property of determinant. Fine. And reverse, if you make columns into rows, then same concept you have to apply. You'll get the same value. Got it? Now, the next property is if any rows or columns are interchanged, then this is the sign of determinant. Determinant changes its sign. That means what? If I will interchange the row, fine. Suppose this is your determinant. So here what I am doing, I am interchanging row R1 with row R2. This is a sign of interchange. So I am changing row R1 with row R2. So what will happen? See, 2, 4, 1 will come on first position. 2, 4, 1, that will be the first row. 2, 3, 1, that would be the second row. And third row will remain the same. Okay. Then the value of the determinant will be negative. If it is coming 5, then the answer would be -5. Got it? Fine. The same concept you can apply when you will interchange. I'm saying interchange. Fine. So when you will interchange the column, then if you will interchange the column, suppose there is a matrix whose value is coming 10. If you're interchanging the first column with second column, then the answer would be -10. Okay. So this is your second property in determinant. Fine. See, the next property, that is third property. So here it is. If any two rows or columns are identical means if any two rows are exactly same or any two columns are exactly same. Suppose this is your determinant and here the row R1 and R3 both are same. Fine. If they are same, then the value of the determinant will be 0. So this is your third property. Similarly, if you will take columns, suppose 4, -3, 2, and first and third column you can see they are identical, then the value of the determinant will be 0. Fine. So this is your third property of determinant. Next, the fourth property. If all the elements of a single row or a column are multiplied by the same constant, the determinant is multiplied by that constant. See, what is the property number 4? See, this is any determinant. Fine. When you will solve this determinant, you will get 5. Okay. When I will multiply any row or any column, any one row or any one column, by any number. It may be 5, it may be 6, it may be 7, it may be 8, it may be 9. But I'm taking one example. I'm multiplying the row R2 by 5 here. Fine, row R2 is, this is your R2. When you will multiply this row by 5, you will get 5 to the 10, 5 4, 20, 5 1 the 5, like this second row. The first will remain same, third will remain the same. Okay, when you will expand this, determinant, the value which was coming before initially, that is 5. Fine, this value is coming 5. And you are multiplying this row by 5. So this is a 5 for number, this number. And this 5 for this value of determinant. So you will get 25. That means the value of the determinant, this value will be multiplied that number. Fine. So that would be the final answer. So 5 here, the answer is 5. If we will take 6 here, suppose. If we will take 6 here. Okay. Then the value of the determinant is 5. And we are multiplying the second row by 6. So this would be, if you multiply, that would be 12, 24 and 6. And your answer will change. You have to multiply this 6. And your answer will change into this 30. Now the answer is 30. Okay, if you multiply this row by 7, any row you can multiply. I'm just taking an example of row R2. You can multiply R1 also, R3 also, or C1, C2 also, C3 also. So if you multiply the row R2 by 7, your answer would be 35. Your answer would be 35. Okay. So these are the 4 properties. Now, yes, our next property is property number 5. Okay. So we will discuss this statement. First of all, I want to tell you what is this property actually. Fine. So here, this is a matrix. This matrix. In this matrix, we are getting a sum of 2 numbers in column C1. Okay. In any one column, or it may be sum. This sum can be in any row. So here we are taking example of the sum of 2 elements only in one column. Like this. Fine. So here the 2 elements are adding, as you can see. Now this determinant can be expressed as the sum of these 2. So how will you get these 2? See, first of all, in first column you have to write here A1, A1, A2, A3, A1, A2, A3. Okay, only these elements you have to write. And second and third column will remain the same. Plus, now you have to write these elements X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z, and then the second and third column will remain the same. So this is how you can split this determinant into this. If you will get the sum of 2 in any row or any column. Fine. Now we will read the statement now. In each element of the one row or one column be the sum of the 2 numbers. If you are getting the sum of 2 numbers in any row or any column. So here we are getting a column. So here we are getting the sum of 2 numbers in column C1 in any one column. Okay. The determinants can be expressed as the sum of 2 determinants. So like this, here we can express this determinant into 2 determinants. Got it? Of the same order. Got it? Now you will understand what is written here. Okay, now the next property is, that is property number 6. So here it is. This is important property. Okay. So this property is like, see, first of all, we will understand this concept. See, wait. Here it is. Fine. So here we have this determinant. So we are expanding this determinant and we will get the value of this determinant, that is 42. So here is the value of this determinant, that is 42. I know you can calculate this determinant. Fine. Now the same determinant here I'm again writing, and I'm applying this operation. So what I'm doing, I'm changing into row R2. What I'm doing, I'm multiplying row R3 and then adding with row R2. So this operation, this kind of operation, we can apply in determinants. So we are multiplying any row or any column by any number, and we can add or subtract or multiply in any row. Got it? So here what we are doing, we are applying this operation. So after application, you will get this determinant, this one. Here it is, this determinant you will get. And after solving, when you will solve this determinant, you will get the same value, that is 42, and here which you were getting 42. Hence, after application of any operation, the value of the determinant will remain the same. Fine. So this is your property number 6. Okay. So see here. So the statement is actually exactly same. If to each element of any row or any column of a determinant, the equimultipliers of the corresponding elements of the other row or column are added, then the value of the determinant remain the same. Okay, okay, are you getting this? So here, what we can do, we can add or subtract any two rows, and we can apply like this kind of operation we can apply here, this one. So you will get this statement. Okay, this kind of operation you can apply. After discussing sixth property, that is your seventh property. Fine. It is actually not a property. It is not written as a property in your NCERT, but you must remember this. Okay. So in this determinant, we are getting a column C3 where all the elements are 0, 0, 0. If any row and any column of any determinant in which all the elements are 0, then the value of the determinants will be 0. Fine. If any row or any column is 0, then the value of that determinant will be 0. Okay. So this is your whole properties. Okay. Read the property properly, apply it, take some example from yourself and try to solve. Okay, you will understand the concept of properties. Or we will take some example, we will solve some question based on this property, then you will understand what kind of property we had discussed. Okay, then you will understand more comfortably what are the properties. Fine. Okay, now we will solve some question related to the properties. Bye bye बच्चों.